Hey everyone, this comes from me to you from sunny Scottsdale, Arizona, formerly from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. No, it's not sunny in my office, but hey, we do the best we can. So this comes to me talking from the heart, and yes, I've written this out because I'll forget what I want to say. But my message for you is you need to chill out. Why do people need to label people or put them into categories? Why can't you just let people be people? Look around the animal kingdom. They don't have these issues. No one's telling them how to think, how to act, what to wear, what to believe in. The access we have been granted to instant information has taken away imagination, compassion, and replaced it with a bunch of desensitized entities that I don't even call people anymore, competing for spots in the elite hierarchy. Religious and political affiliations are tearing this world apart. What does it matter to you who someone else is? You have been taught these beliefs. You didn't come up on them by yourself. Think about it. You go to a church, which is nothing more than a building with a social gathering place to take your hard-earned money, which, by the way, is your money's taxed, but the churches don't have to pay any taxes. And you go there just to make you feel like you're being a good person. Being a good person has nothing to do with the church. Being good comes from within yourself. Why would you go to a person that has committed themselves to celibacy to get marriage counseling before or during a marriage? You go pay someone who claims to have connections to a higher source to tell you how to think and what to feel. Well, guess what? We all have that connection. You just choose not to access it. You've been taught that only these leaders can access this communication. Your beliefs should not be mandated by any one person or organization. Is it easier for you to be told how to think and feel? You were given free will. Use it. It's the same with political leaders. You pay them money in the way of campaign contributions to put them in office to tell you what you can and can't do and what they can take away from you for their own selfish gains. Why do you give them money? If they want to run for office, let them finance their own campaign, because their twisted agenda will not benefit you, because as far as I can see, no matter which party gets in, they don't serve we the people. You serve them. You were given free will, so use it. While everyone else is deciding how you should live your life, I look forward to my Medicare kicking in so I can get my eyes fixed. Notice the bags under them? Here, let me show you. I have a condition that plugs up the ducts in my eyelids and they get swollen. The itching and tearing up, almost nonstop. The burning, stabbing pain when that happens is awful. The condition is called blepharitis, which I think is funny because the word fart is in it. And when we were studying phonics in second grade, my teacher asked us to spell a PH word with an F sound. And while others wrote down phone and phonograph, I decided I was going to be creative and spelled fart, P-H-A-R-T. The teacher was not amused, but my parents thought it was funny. Somehow I knew that would come back to get me someday. It took almost 50 years, but it got here. I need an ophthalmologist to treat this condition. Do you know how much these guys cost? They're not cheap. I worked all my life for these benefits, so don't go telling me that it's entitlement. These are just terms used by political parties trying to make you believe that if people didn't get those hard-earned benefits, then there would be more money to go around. Well, guess what? There would be, for the politicians, not for you. Why do you think they want to dismantle Social Security, which is privately funded by you, yet the dirty government has control over it? Medicaid is funded by the government, not Medicare. Have you ever thought about just being open about everything and see where it leads you? I'm a totally open person. If you really knew me, you would know that about me. That's why I truly try to find out who people are and not judge them. I may be opinionated, but I always try not to judge. I probably do, but I don't mean to. I am human after all, and we are here to learn, and we are far from perfect. I do not believe or disbelieve anything because I don't know what is and isn't. What do I mean? Well, one example is I get communication from my domestic partner, Joanne, that died almost 8 years ago. And by the way, I really don't give a shit whether you believe me or not. It only matters what I believe. People tell me that they believe, but they don't get messages. I said, well, there's a difference between believing and being opened. I mean, when you think about people that go to religious institutions and they believe in God but not in spirit contact, which are just souls in energy form, is God not a spirit form? A form of energy? So how can you believe in one and not the other? How can these religious institutions talk out of both sides of their mouth? And you pay for this guidance? This means you are not open. Over the past 7 years, I've done a lot of listening to what other people's beliefs are, and then I investigate a lot of different ideas and scenarios for a full understanding. I always want to learn. There are people who believe the earth is flat, and there are people who believe the earth is a sphere. Well, in my opinion, there are valid reasons for each side to believe in what they believe in. And who am I to take their beliefs from you? Or tell you that they are wrong? Again, I don't know who is correct and who is not, and I don't care. I'm here right now, and that's all that matters. It does not matter if it's flat or round. I'm open to any possibility. And there's a lot of talk about the Great Awakening, NESARA, the National Economic Security and Recovery Act signed by Bill Clinton, which would benefit everyone with taxes being abolished and all kinds of things. I'm not going to go into all this because you can look it up and decide for yourself. I don't know how much is true or not true, but I can tell you that there is enough going on in the news that things appear to be happening as predicted several years ago. As I'm writing this section, I have cold air swirling around me. Either Joe or my mom is confirming some element of this. I believe it to be my mom. When I talk about subjects like this, some of my friends tell me I'm a conspiracy theory nut. Well, guess what? Because I talk about something doesn't mean I'm going to believe it's going to happen or be the truth. I'm just open to all possibilities. These are exciting subjects to talk about. The imagination alone is invaluable. And there's an element of truth in every conspiracy theory, or there wouldn't be one. That would be as stupid as me saying that because you are talking about pedophiles that you must like or believe in them. Haven't you ever been wrong about anything? If you're totally open, you don't need to be worried about being right or wrong except in your own mind. Who cares what others think you think? Why do you care so much about what others think? Do you live your life according to what they believe? If you do, you're missing out on a life that should be yours, not theirs. People used to judge those of us that do energy healing. They would say it's a load of crap, pseudoscience, whatever. Well, guess what? Science has proven through medical imaging that there are changes in the body after having a treatment. They can't prove that it heals, but they can prove that there's been a change. Science has also now proven that the universe is alive through quantum physics. Not that long ago, people thought these beliefs were BS too. Science is catching up with spirituality and consciousness, and they admit it. Just let go and enjoy the ride, because it'll be over before you know it. Why does everything have to be labeled or categorized? Does it make it easier for you? Just because I'm a lesbian doesn't mean I believe in things that other lesbians believe in. Just because I'm a woman, it doesn't mean I believe in all things other women believe in. Just let people be people. Respond to them for who they are as a human being, not what they believe in. This is why friendships and relationships fail. Have conversations, not arguments, with other people about different possibilities and finding solutions to problems that hurt humanity. When I post what appears to be a contradictory comment on social media or make posts about something that looks like I'm one-sided, it's not. I'm not. It's simply to make you think about other possibilities. There's more than meets the eye. There's more than one solution. I get damned for it all the time. And if that's how you view it, it's okay. I don't care. It's to make you look further into things and not make your beliefs based on what others have told you to believe. Yes, the powers that be make me angry. Of course they do. When I feel that their decisions will hurt me or those I love. That's a natural fight or flight response, and we all have that. For those who understand that, it's located in your root chakra, which a lot of people need help with nowadays. There are people along the way in my life who have molded me into the person I am today. I like me, and I really don't care if you like me. I'm here to walk my path and live my life, not yours, or for you, or for anyone else. In order, I'd like to thank those who influenced me the most for my greater good. Most importantly, my mom, who said to me when I was in 8th grade, and I will never ever forget this, she says, "Live your life for yourself and not for your parents." That statement has always been with me. I did exactly that and never looked back, and I've passed that information on to others. In my lifetime thus far, that has been the best piece of advice I've ever received. I love and miss you, Mom. The love of my life, Joanne Andrushak, who I shared a wonderful life with for 33 plus years, who transitioned to spirit almost 8 years ago. She taught me how to let things roll off my back and love unconditionally, although I don't think a lot of people but me knew that about her. Love and miss you, Joe. Katya Cooper, who introduced me to Reiki when I was looking for a way to relax so I could find a way to communicate with Joe. Joe unexpectedly came through to her during my treatment and literally blew me away with what she said. There is no way for Katya to know these things. She had no idea why I was even there, except I wanted to learn how to relax so I could meditate. She was also the one who attuned me to Reiki levels 1 and 2, because I had to share with others how Reiki felt. One of the most incredible feelings ever. Evidential psychic medium Molly Morningstar, who brought Joe to me at a public event, and then with 2 subsequent appointments, and proved to me without a shadow of a doubt that our loved ones are with us in real time. This blew me away to a level I can't even tell you. I can't. No other way to put it. As I write this, my hair is being played with. Christina Bloom, who did mediumship readings for me and taught me how to be intuitive through her wonderful classes, and attuned me to Reiki Master, as well as made me see things from a different perspective. Karadak K. Silk, who did past life readings for me, bringing me knowledge of how past lives influenced my present life and what I need to know. I also took many classes from her that have helped me along the way. Understanding how the spirit world works is key. Then we come to whom I lovingly refer to as my husbands. Gregory Mormon, Wisconsin's extra-large medium, and his husband Clayton Bowman. I met Greg at a palm reading class that Clayton was teaching. Greg was reading Joanne's palms, but she wasn't actually there in body form, but presented herself that way to him. Since then, he is in constant contact with Joanne, and that blew me away as well. It's like he was getting her whole life story told to me by her through him. My only words are incredible. I took many classes from Greg, including how to use the power of crystals for healing, and he also was the one to attune me to Kundalini Reiki. When I joke about him being the only man that can make me hot, it's because once you've been attuned to Kundalini Reiki Master, you go through these periods of hot flashes that are like menopause on steroids. And Clayton taught me symbolism and who and what I was connected to as far as spirit animals and dryads and other elementals. He's like a walking encyclopedia of energies that I never even knew existed, and I'm so thankful for his guidance. These influential people have all molded me into who I am today because I am open. If I hadn't been, I may be living a miserable life right now, but instead I'm very content. I thank you all for that. For my final thoughts, I am open and remain open to all possibilities. The fact that you may be closed-minded makes no difference to me. It's your life and your truth, and you must contend with it. I do know a few things to be truth. I know what I like to eat, how I like to be touched, what I like to smell, what makes me laugh, what makes me cry. I know that my parents make me happy. I know that nature makes me happy. That every second I live is in the past, and I can't get it back. I can try to prepare for the future, even though I don't know what my future holds. All I can do is live 1 second at a time each and every day, which goes right into my past. So with that, please be nice to people. Do what you can for them and humanity and stop trying to run other people's lives according to your own. Bless you all. Namaste.